Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Clinton Howell Team's Weekly Market Update. I'm your host, Clinton Howell. Today is Wednesday, July 24th. What's happening in our local markets? Well, let's first start by saying the Bank of Canada made the right decision and dropped the interest rate another 25 basis points. That's very, very helpful for younger buyers, for people with mortgages, renewals coming up. As we've discussed before, the lowering of the Bank of Canada overnight rate to 4.5%, lowering the rate, doesn't necessarily impact the fixed rate mortgages as much as it does the variable rate mortgages. Variable rate mortgages are directly impacted by the Bank of Canada changes. The fixed rate mortgages are closely tied to the bond yields. So they have been coming down in recent weeks, and at this moment in time, my understanding from my mortgage broker friends is that insurable and insured mortgages can see fixed rates as low as 4.5 right now. But just to put this 0.25% or 25 basis point drop in perspective, it can make a big difference to a household, especially a young family. If you look at a 25 basis point drop on a $500,000 mortgage, that's $72 a month in savings. So you're looking at over $800 a year getting back into the family's pockets. So this can make a huge difference. If you look at the two changes combined, June plus this one, overall 50 basis points, that's over $1,700 a year savings if you had a $500,000 mortgage. So this is good news. As July progresses, our appointment center booked a slight decrease of 0.9% in weekly appointments after double-digit gains in appointments the week before. This Thursday, as in last week, marks only the sixth time in our company history where we achieved over 500 appointments on the Thursday. Overall, we are further closing the appointment numbers gap between the same period last year at minus 17%, with last week's gap measuring minus 20%. So this is great news. The appointments are picking up. We're seeing some excellent days, and I think with this interest rate news today, we're going to see some buyers entering the market, and the market's going to continue to pick up. What's specifically happening in our local markets? In Burlington, we've got 570 active listings, which is down slightly from a week ago, was 589. We've got sales also down. For the past 30 days, sales are down to 173. They were at 190. So as a result, our months of supply has gone up slightly, 3.29 months worth of supply. And overall in Burlington, we're seeing a very balanced market with 48.6% absorption based on the prior 30 days. Median days on market and average days have both gone up. One, median days is 18, average 25. And we're seeing negotiations for successful transactions. The median sold price versus original list price ratio, 97.74%, indicating that most negotiations are ending up with just slightly higher than 2% off of the asking prices. In Hamilton, we have exactly 2,000 active listings right now, which is up slightly from a week ago. 471 sales in the last 30 days, and as a result, 4.25 months worth of supply, which is a large amount of supply, and as a result, we're seeing a buyer's market condition in Hamilton. So it's a great time to be buying. Median days on market is 18, which is up 1, and the average days on market is 27. So we're still seeing properties that are being sold fairly quickly, in that 3 to 4 week time frame. Median sold price versus original list price ratio, which talks about the negotiation we're seeing on most successful trades, just over 2% off, 97.71%. In the Oakville area, 562 active listings, which is up from a week ago slightly. 118 sales in the last 30 days, which is down slightly. 4.76 months worth of supply in Oakville. This is a pretty substantial amount of supply. 37.7% absorption based on the prior 30 days. This is a buyer's market, very strong buyer's market in the Oakville area. Now keep in mind, things can be different in certain neighborhoods. Certain properties can sell very quickly. Some neighborhoods can see different conditions. This is what we're seeing, the buyer's market in Oakville. Median days on market has upped 4 days to 19. It was 15. Average days on market unchanged at 24. Negotiations, we're seeing a bit more of a spread in Oakville, just over 3% discount on most of the successful transactions. That's what I have for you today. If you have any questions, please reach out. Always love to hear from my fans.